I've played this moment in my head 1,000 times. What would it look like to stand in front of the people I hurt, the people whose trust I shattered, and try to make it right? Sometimes I picture them slamming the door in my face. Other times I picture them embracing me, but every time my stomach knots with the same fear. What if they never forgive me? There are names on this list that terrify me. Faces I could barely imagine looking in the eye again, because I know the pain I caused wasn't small. It was heavy. It was real, and it left scars. But there are names on the list that I'd love to face. People I've missed, people I've prayed for, people I hope might still see a piece of good in me. And that hope, it keeps me moving forward. My worst fear? That I'll pour my heart out, admit my wrongs, beg for forgiveness, and they'll turn away. That I'll stand there, exposed and broken, and hear nothing but silence. But my best hope? That they'll see I'm not the same person that I was. That they'll recognize the change, even if they can't welcome me back. That somehow, healing might begin on both sides. And yet this step reminds me of something beautiful and brutal. I'm not in control of the outcome. I can't script their reaction. I can't demand their forgiveness. I can't undo the past. All I can do is my part. Speak the truth. Stand humble in the wreckage I created and take responsibility for it. Because making amends isn't just saying I'm sorry. I've said I'm sorry 1,000 times before, and most of the time it was just hollow. Amends are different. They're not words. They're a willingness to repair, to restore, to change. They are actions that prove the apology has roots. Humility means letting go of my expectations, of what they'll say, of how they'll respond. It means surrendering the outcome to something bigger than me. Because this isn't just about rewriting the past. It's about freeing myself, and maybe them, from being chained to it. This is the weight of amends. It's terrifying. It's humbling. It's necessary. And I'm ready to carry it.
Being remote like this, and in Montana, it's always tough finding certain items. So, I like the creative aspect of taking something and refurbishing it for a different purpose or making it change. A lot like the program, the use of it is new. So, old broken down big cement dome, changing it into a cool, usable house that's going to bring people a lot of pleasure over time, and be a good business investment is not unlike getting sober.
What's working on, Dino?
Oh man, just rushing. Trying to figure out what I'm going to use for a countertop here. I still want to keep this window kind of exposed. That's that was the escape hatch. We found that originally. And you used to be able to put your hands up and go in there. There was a little cement cubby hole outside. But the only guy that knew about it, I think, was like the house manager. So it was behind the walls. But in an emergency, you could get out there. So we're gonna put the kitchen sink right here. I just ordered kind of this cool industrial looking kitchen sink with 2 faucets. So the 3 big bays, and that'll be right here. So somebody hopefully is working on the kitchen, they get a little light coming in. We'll put some lights up underneath here. And then they're gonna have the countertop coming out from here. and we'll support it off of these 2x4s and put the plumbing here that'll go straight down. This over here, I guess we'll put some cabinets in and stuff, kind of like a little exterior pantry, and that's it.
Alright, you gotta peel some wire back. First, you only need about 6 inches sticking out.
Okay.
About 6 inches from here to here. Peel those off. And peel your wire back. Once you get something good on, you just take your pliers and kind of roll it till you get enough to grip. Pull all that back about 5 inches. Peel all that off of there. Cut that. Strip about the second hole. See where I'm at?
Yeah.
Second hole. Just squeeze and pull.
So last year was kind of a storm for me. I've had problems with alcohol and drugs in the past. These things kind of escalated last year when I moved to Charleston again. Moved to Charleston, South Carolina in the summer of last year. Started heavily dabbling into Xanax and Coke all the time. Ended myself up in rehab on January 3rd, where I spent 3 months. Finally decided this was something I wanted to do. I've been to detoxes 2 times before for drinking. And this is the first time I go into a rehab to actually try to figure out a solution to this problem, because I tried so many different ways of trying to moderate, change my lifestyle, but it wasn't working. Things were just getting worse no matter what I tried to do. I met Dean through my friend Peter, who told me about this summer opportunity. I'd always wanted to go to Montana. Had no idea what was entailed. Dean does not do a good job of really, explaining what is going to happen. But this is one of the things I learned in rehab and just throughout sobriety is to, stop asking so many questions, just kind of moving forward, taking the best path that you think, is forward, and trusting other people to help you.
The names come slow, like water dripping into cracks. Some I thought I'd forgotten, but they were written into my foundation. I can't deny them anymore.
The old concept that everything you need in order to straighten up is already inside you. Check. So down in the bunker, this is gonna be the bedroom right here. Boom! New light. Need a couple other lights out here, down in the bunker. Boom! Check this out. When you are into your approach, coming up to the bunker, boom! Boom. Oh, here, the bunker will provide, baby. Hard to believe. The 2 bathroom lights right there. We didn't go to hardware store. No, we went to the bunker. It's like God, the bunker will provide. Shampoo. I got this man 2, he's like, I need shampoo. I need shampoo. He did it twice. And so he went shopping. I said, just use this VO5 that I got. Found in the bunker. It's got a little age on it. I don't know, 28, 30, something like 32. He said, no, I can't put that in my hair. So he went out and bought it for 10 bucks. And a little financial wizardry and a rule of 72. I told him how much that $10 would be worth when he is 73 years old, ready to retire. You know how much it was? How much was it? How much?
$1,200.
$1,200. So the $10 turns to $1,200 when you're 73. You just stick it in this good, stock market fund, leave it alone. So that's it. Main reason that people have not accumulated enough money to be happy when they're older in life is the inability to defer gratification. And that, we are a freaking petri dish of that right here, man.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's our nature with aholics that we are.
Yes, sir.
So, anyway, just financial lesson for the day.
Thank you again.
Yeah, man.
What do you think of the river, Lanham?
What a river.
What a river.
Let it go, man. Let go of your boat contentment, man. Water under the bridge.
My name's Cash Emerson Roper. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. Past year, I was down on a blueberry farm, Pasifino horse farm, in just south of Ocala, near the Villages. Boom, boom, boom. Down in Florida. Big codependent. I went from my mom's house to the fraternity house to basically living with my girlfriend in New York to living with my eventual wife down in Charleston, South Carolina. And then, I went from there back on December 7th of 2021. That is my sober date, and I plan on keeping it that way. I've been trying sobriety since I was 24. I'm 30 years old now. I'll be 31 next month. There's a lot of things in sobriety that were holding me back from actually getting any type of recovery program. In the past, being down at the farm on December 7th, I hit rock bottom on December 6th, really the week between Thanksgiving and December 6th. And December 7th, woke up, just sat there and was like, God, I have no idea how I can live this way anymore. And from there, just things started happening that were meant to be, in my opinion. I ended up calling my grandmother, where I was working at the farm at the time. I hadn't been working there for like 2 weeks.
There's a bunch of country people that come there and it gets pretty wild, but it's fun. We may check it out later on in summer. And then further up on the other corner, there's another area that's got a restaurant and a bunch of music going on. And then you saw there's another one down in the valley, and it's a bigger acts that come in. So it's pretty popular for coming to Paradise Valley and play. And John, what was his name? John Mayer lives. So that's the main road. He lived down there somewhere.
Let's go say hello.
He never left his house during COVID, apparently.
Really?
The guy that is in the program that was mowing his lawn and doing all that stuff. So.
Gotcha.
Somebody's having a wedding down there, it looks like, on the river. See that white,
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, brothers, let's go.
Let's go.
What's in the society?